So this is supposed to be like a little message to you while you're, so obviously if you're a little person, you're down here. So I just thought these are quite sweet. So a person's a person, no matter how small. Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Hey all, Toves here, playing some more House Flipper. So we are back at the office today, just briefly because we need to buy a new house. Thank you for everyone who viewed that last video and commented. I've got a few comments from people, which is really cool. So I think we're going to buy the Admin Legends house, which was Teresa's suggestion, so thank you very much for that, Teresa. And I've got a really cool idea already for this. Yes, we want to go straight there. So I got a little bit more money as well, actually. I did have 200,000 just before I bought this. I realised I had a job left over to do. So this is already sounding like cockroaches, yeah, and it's already sounding like water leaks. Right, so you probably already know what the idea is because you'll have seen the thumbnail, but we're going to turn this into like a Dr Seuss themed nursery or kindergarten. So my plan is there's going to be one large room, which is probably going to be the back area. I was just sort of thinking about what rooms you need in something like this. So there needs to be some toilets. Obviously they don't need to be bathrooms, but yeah, toilet for a little boy, toilet for a little girl, potentially some sort of storage area, and maybe even some sort of little kitchenette sort of thing. But the larger it's going to be, I think this main room will be the Dr Seuss bit, and I think the other bits will be less so, but we'll see how we go. So I'm going to do a bit of let me fiddle around with the walls and stuff and try and get a rough layout done in here. I think that was always a good place to start. Okay, so this is going to be a bit weird at the moment, but bear with me. So I think this is something coming together. I've sort of decided I'm going to do this kind of lobby area. I haven't decided if I'm leaving this open or not yet. But yes, there's going to be like a lobby area, kind of waiting area for parents and things. Then this is through into the main area. I think this is going to be like a space for putting coats and shoes and things in. And then you have 2 toilets ready waiting to go. So little girl's toilet, little boy's toilet, and a couple of sinks outside. So I think I'm going to have like a craft area as well. So this is maybe going to be my craft area. I'm sort of considering blocking that window up. Yeah, we'll see how we go. So my sort of trick to making this feel like Cat in the Hattie or sort of Dr Seussy is that I'm going to use, obviously I'm going to have to have lots of pictures in here, but I'm going to try and just use the kind of red and white stripe thing. So that's why I'm thinking I might block this window up. So the key is we're going to use a combination of definitely the red and white stripes. So I think this wall and this wall maybe incorporating the window are going to be red and white striped. So how I'm going to do that is, as you just saw, I've got a where is it? So I've got a red panel, so it's red on top and then white, isn't it? That's his hat. Red, white, red, white. So the trick to this is going to be just getting the size right, I think. So I think let's have another little look at that picture. So he has red, white, red, white. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripes on his hat. Okay, so the maximum width of the maximum height, of a wall is 2.74. So 2.74 divided by 5 is about 0.58. So hopefully, so it's red at the bottom. Got to get the width right. So 0.58 by 0.58. Width was a bit wider, wasn't it? So once we get this right, it should be the same all the way across the wall until we hit that window. The window is going to be the problem on the far wall behind us. I think that has come out really well. I'm so pleased. So there's a couple of little challenges. I decided to end up leaving like a little gap between them, because if you look at his hat, it tends to, the whole thing is kind of black outlined. In fact, let's just put this one up so we can use it as a bit of a reference. Yeah, it's got like a little black out. Yeah, it's all kind of black outline. So I think that works quite well, because if it was just the things together, or the panels together, also it just kind of fit nicely with the size that I had to do as well. So these all actually snapped really well. I know that they've done some, I think in the last patch they did some work to make this slightly easier. The only place I had a little bit of a challenge, although it's actually turned out, I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out, is this top bit over the window. But the red that I've used in the art is actually very similar to that red in game. And I think just having the curtain there breaks it up a little bit as well. So this is our first little area. Let's get rid of that. I think we'll just keep this for now. Yes, this is our first little area. So this is going to be, as you see, I put a couple of sinks in and some tiles down. So this is going to be our little kind of washroom area. And then I think this is going to be, the like craft area. So I think this is going to be fairly sort of simple in the idea. But it's going to be, hopefully it's going to work out all right. Right, so something has come in together. So I've done, just basically just put a little bits and pieces out, what's supposed to be some paints. Decorated this shelving thing, did some stuff in the this little kind of bathroom area. I want to do a bit more with that in a second. And then I made this little, so as I said, I think I said this before, this is supposed to be like where the kids hang their coats up and stuff and put their bags or whatever. But what I've got to do in here, so hopefully this loads fairly quickly this time. Yeah, it's not going to. But I've grabbed a load more art pieces to use. And so this canvas is basically like, this is supposed to be like a canvas, this white one. But I'm pretty much just going to like scatter around the place. I'm going to just put them out. So I think that's probably a bit big. Make that smaller. So I want to scatter in this area some of these pieces of art. So let's just put, actually I just realised I'm buying that, aren't I? I don't need to do that. This is why I'm so terrible of keeping the money in this game. That's probably a better size. I'm hoping sort of if I just sort of scatter them around, that they'll look like bits of art that the kids have done. Oh, I meant to crop that one. All right, I need to go and crop that. While we're still here, we'll put these quotes up. So I've picked up, obviously everyone knows Dr Seuss. The words in Dr Seuss. So is this going to load every time like this? Please don't tell me I've actually crashed. I think it's loading the gallery. I've noticed, I think there's just been a patch actually, because I've recorded this over a few different days now, and I've just noticed that there's been a patch. Well, that's too big. Because I know lots of people have been saying that they've had problems with the game crashing and stuff, and I think they have obviously identified it as being something to do with I think they have identified it as being something to do with the gallery, because I feel, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I feel like they've made a change to the way that gallery images load. They're a bit small there. So this is supposed to be like a little message to you while you're. So obviously, if you're a little person, you're down here. So I just thought these are quite sweet. So a person's a person, no matter how small. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. So that's a little message to you while you're washing your hands. And then I've got somewhere. I did see them. Hopefully you can't hear me mouse wheeling. So a little girl symbol and my little girl thing and a little boy thing. So these are so they know which toilets to go in. And by the power of television, we have. So yeah, I've just that took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Actually, credit to anyone who's tried that before. So I got them up onto the shelves. This one sort of floats, but never mind. So I think that's it. I don't think I want to do anything more in there, to be honest. I think I want to keep it fairly clutter-free. And then, so I want to move on to this bit now. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wall this section off slightly. So this is, I think I mentioned this before, but this is going to be probably like a bit of a, maybe like a little bit of a canteeny area, a kitchen area. So we shall see how that comes out. But first things first, I'm going to just section a bit of this off. Yeah, so I'm going to section a bit across here. I don't want to take up too much of the room. I want there to stay a reasonable kind of space there. I think maybe we'll just do that actually. Maybe a couple more. Hold on. Might end up just changing this around. So I'm going to maybe do that with that little bit of broken wall. Maybe I'll do that. It's got a bit narrow. Let me just take it back one. Let's just take that out in there. Right. And then I think we'll paint this blue temporarily. But I think we're going to probably put a picture on this one. So what I'm going to do here is I want to put maybe this picture. I wish I had a portrait one. I think I have another one of those. So these are what are they called? These are the trees from the Lorax, but I cannot. If you can remember what they're called, guys, put it in the comments because I cannot remember. It's not like it's like Flanimore or something like that. Not Flanimore, but it's something like that. I thought I had a second one. Maybe I don't. And maybe I'm thinking of the other thing there. So let's just go with this one. So let's make it as big as we can get it in that space. And then maybe we'll put something below it, like a little shelf or something. You can do this. I noticed this the other day that you can. I didn't realise you could do that initially, but I noticed it the other day. You can span. I don't think you can do it when you've got like multiple gaps. Let's just have a quick look. Oh, you can. So I could actually just go, well, maybe we'll do that. Put another couple of holes in. Just for the sake of it. And then we'll put some blue on those. As I said, we're not going to worry about the other side yet. So, is this going to look weird? So actually I could... There's obviously a point at which it doesn't like the fact that you're doing this. Let's just have a little... Let's just get the size right here, guys, for a second. A little bit less. I feel like I spend my life doing this, but if you... if you have it hanging... okay. So... about right at the top. it's not overly happy about this. Oh, it needs to be a tiny bit wider. What a waste of money. I have never actually worked out what the difference is cost-wise between you buying it and you selling it. I should really. Right, so 1835. 1835. Still too... Oh, so you do lose a reasonable chunk there. So that's 400 quid I just threw away. I'm changing the height when I actually want to be changing the width, but I think it's all right. There we go. Is that it? I think that's good as good as we're going to get. I might just actually see if I can nudge it over then. I'd rather have the gap on the wall side. No, it's not going to let me do that. There's something, I think they've just like the way they've built the game. There are slight snap points and you can't make it too different. That looks a bit weird. I think it will be all right when we put something below it. So if we get, don't want that one. I want the low set of shelves. Furniture. It's taken me a while because they've reorganised all of this stuff. I think it's better. Where have you put shelves though, guys? Cupboards? This is the one we want. Right, so we want this in white. I think that'll be alright. I think we'll probably just do this. And then when we've put stuff on them, it won't look weird. So let's just... You probably wouldn't have this in this sort of room, but we'll just do this. And then we'll do this as well. So that just kind of hide some of that stuff, and once we've got stuff on the shelves, it won't really matter too much that there's gaps here and it looks a bit odd. But and we want to put out, we could just hide that actually. Let's do this. Let's use the strange windmill thing. I just feel like it kind of works. I don't know why. So my big idea for this area, so this is largely going to be like the main kind of play area, but also like story area, so where they breed and stuff. So so my thing for this is back into the gallery. Come on, that was me doing some music. Right, okay, so my thing for this is, you might have seen them as I was scrolling around in there, is I bought these pictures and I'm hoping that if I put them on the floor, they'll look like play mats. See, that's actually a play mat, but on the wall it says picture, but it's got textures of the one problem is going to be the depth of it. Obviously it's not going to be flat, it's going to look like it's going to be a trip hazard, but this is all going to be fine. So I've got that one, and I've got two others I think as well. So this one, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but this reminded me of like what used to, literally I think I probably had something like that when I was at nursery. So that's probably a bit huge, but maybe this will work. Just thought I'd bring you back for a little tippet on this. I'm trying to drop this onto the floor, so I put it up there. I whacked it. The first time I whacked it, it dropped onto the floor. I know that the big thing that annoys you when you're doing this is it falls forwards like that. So something in the explosion of the wall knocks it forward. So I just put this other one there just to block it. And then hopefully, I think this is going to work. I don't want to just actually hit the picture because it'll go flying, and then you are really into like chaos. You just depending on where it lands. But I think now, if I hit it now, yes, it's going to work. This is going to work. Should have done that when the debris was cleared because it's stuck to the debris. But it's fine. Yes. Okay, so that's our first playmat. I think that kind of works. I think that kind of works. I'm going to go with another one. Maybe 2 more. I don't think it looks like it's a picture on the floor. Maybe it needs to be bigger. Let's do the other 2 and then we'll see what it looks like. Right, I'm so pleased. I think this works. I think this works. I think this works. I think once I've put a few bits around it and a couple of little bits on top of it, it'll work. So, and what I really like, so the pictures I chose, if you're familiar with the story of the Lorax, which reminds me I need to put a Lorax in here. So the Lorax is like, lives in the hills above with these trees, and the people from the town, or the guy from the town, comes to the woods. He's like, comes out of the city. So it kind of works. That one should probably be the other way around, but it's fine. It's all cool. So let me see. I've got weird shadows there. It looks like it's sort of like bleeding off of the... There's like paint dribbled off of the curtains there. But let's have a little quick play with this. So I think if I do... What I want to do is definitely some bean bags. So I'm going to put some bean bags, like, kind of want the bean bags to be, yeah, just on the, like, overlapping ideally. And I'm going to just basically scatter things around and try and make it look like there's some clutter here and a bit of mess and whatever. So this is going to take a bit of time because I'm going to have to drop things. Because obviously I can't place stuff on top of these now because they're actually pictures, and the game will just be like, no, you can't do that. But I think we can probably just do some like little bits to just sort of decorate around. Blue? Yeah, we'll go blue chairs. It's going to be a little table area. 2 people to sit and have a little chat, little mini people. So yeah, I think if I just start to do stuff like, hang on, let's just try. I'll show you what I mean. If I get a table, a trusty table, and if I do that, then I go accessories. We'll just do him for now. Actually, can I whack him with a hammer? This is going to look really terrible, but there's a point to this. Yes, I can. Right, so I can just like clutter. I can just like I can just throw stuff around basically. So I'm just going to kind of be doing. Oh my goodness! I didn't realise the table would go as well. There's a magical floating guy. So I think I'm just going to like stand over here and fire things across the room for a while. Okay, I think I'm happy with that now. Yeah, just lots of chucking stuff basically across the room or whacking it with a hammer and getting it into the right place. But I think that's pretty good now. It looks pretty messy. Basically, I just, yeah, the toys, and I also got a load of the books as pictures as well. So I've dropped those all over the place. The only thing I'm not entirely sure about is this cube, but we shall see. Yeah, and then just a couple of bits and pieces up on the shelves and things. Still not 100% sold on this picture. Maybe I'll move it down. Leave a bit of space. Actually, that's better. I prefer that. Yeah, so I think that area is done. Although we're still not entirely sure what we're doing with him. So I think we're going to go into this kind of little... I said it was like a kitchenette. Oh, why did I just sell those? Toves! Right. So I think what my thought was that this is going to be open, but not open as in like you can walk through it, because you've got little kids running around. You need some sort of way of corralling them. So I think I don't really want to go with just another one of the... let's see what... I think we're maybe going to have some sort of kitchen in here. So let's see what we can do. I think the trouble is the kitchens are going to look so sort of boring in this context. Metal sink. Is that metal? Doesn't look very metal. No, it's just grey. But the black one is actually... Sometimes it's just the Yeah, that's not too bad. Sometimes it's just the image they've used or the thumbnail that they've used that makes it look darker than it actually is. Not the sink there. This might work. This might work. So we're going to go with, it's just going to be like a really simple little kitchen. Grey again. So it'll be both the kitchen but also the thing that sort of separates these two areas. Let's just take these walls out for a second. I do want some sort of wall there, but I think I want it like here in line with this one. So it just sort of breaks the space up a little bit. So let's get our little kitchenette in. Put the corner in first is the best way to do it, because then you know how much space you've got to play with. Excuse my Windows notifications. And lag. Yeah, that's from the saves. How does that work with the corner? Is that working or is it not really working? Let's go with one of those. And then we might have a little bit of a problem here, but if we go, let's go with the triple drawers again, I think, and then maybe we can just, it's not really what I wanted. Yeah, why does it not fit? It feels like it should fit exactly and not have this weird extra bit. I don't like bit. We'll probably put the sink underneath here. No one's going to buy this house, by the way. Like, I'm totally okay with the fact that no one is going to really buy this house. Still don't know what we'll do with this TV. Because it's got all the stuff that they hate in it. The buyers always hate all the toys for some reason. And it's feeling like more like a daycare than nursery now, anyway. So let's go floor. Let's do kind of like just the white ones, but I feel like maybe the checkerboard one actually feels better in the Dr Seuss context, the black and white. Let's see what this one looks like for a second. Yeah, I don't mind that one. But we might see if we can do something a bit more fun with it as well. I think we're going to go all tile, but then we're going to put a rug down just to like separate off a bit for the kids to sit. Made that painfully slow. I'm not sure I made that quite so painfully slow. That's cool. I'm happy with that now as an area. What are we doing? We still don't know what we're doing with you. Let's just put you up there for now. Maybe this wall is where you live. Still got that one to put up somewhere as well. And we still don't know if we're using the TV at all. Kind of don't really want the TV, but it's so... Yeah, let's just make the decision. Once it's gone, it's gone. Okay, so tables. So we need little kids' tables, right? Yeah, you're not getting a TV. Sorry, guy. Hold on, actually. Let's stay with this for a second. Let's see if we can do something to make this a bit more checkerboardy. See, there's those, but I'm not sure these is just as nice. Yeah. Let me just put this back in again. Let's just put the tables down and those sorts of things, and we'll see how it is, and then we can always go back and change it. So, we want the kids' table. We want a few of these little kids' tables. I didn't actually realise these were in until a minute ago. Blue? Do we want just the blue? Let's go blue and let's go one purple as well, because that's kind of cute. And then what are we doing on this wall? Yeah, walls haven't worked out yet. Just totally the wrong order of doing things. This feels very scattergun, this episode, but I'm kind of enjoying it. Maybe we'll stick with the blue. I think that's actually a different shade of the blue than I've been using, I believe. Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's richer. Let's go with that. Wow, that is intense actually, that blue. I don't think I've used that blue in the house before. Let's go on this wall here. And we might actually just go with white alongside it. I'm going to probably put some tiles up, but I don't want to put loads of tiles up. Oh, actually, what I could do... just had an idea. Just had an idea that I'm not going to say. I'm just going to reveal in a minute. That one probably needs to be blue. So, like, you wouldn't have... Like, this sort of thing would want to be... Like, it's the kitchen area, so it probably needs to be sort of fairly clean looking. Okay, so this is looking kind of cute. So I think all that's left to do for me in this main bit, I've still got this lobby area to do and that little storeroom stuff. But I think that all I've got left to do in this bit is I'm going to try and see if I can use the soundproofing squares that we got, not even Christmas, in this to just make like a gingham pattern on the wall. So it should be fairly easy. Like, just, yeah. See, these snap really nicely now. They've done a really good job of that. The one problem you do get is obviously you can't go. I think you can't go all the way. Oh, it didn't work too badly. Yeah, so you get a problem around the windows and stuff. So how are we going to manage that? Just see what it looks like if we just do this. It might not look too bad actually. So let me just finish that off. Right, there we go. I think that turned out pretty well. So I just painted I just put the tiles down in the red bits and left the wall showing through from behind. I painted white. So, and then yeah, just put a few other pieces, like bits of decoration. I'm not gone too crazy in here. I think I'm probably, let's not do too much more. I think I'm probably going to leave it there actually for this episode, because I think we've got most of it done now. So little kitchen area, pretty happy with that. Kind of cute. Obviously our big, let's get rid of these. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Screw it. So we've got a little craft area, a little painting area, and then our big kind of play area and story place and books and mats and whatnots. And our little, lighting's a bit weird in there. A little place for them to put their coats and whatever. And then, so next episode we'll do this lobby. We've still got 2 little bathrooms to do. They're going to be pretty simple, so I think I'll probably get that done and the outside. Oh, we can keep that toaster, can't we? I forgot we had that toaster. Oh, stuck on the ladder. Let's just put this in. Let's put it up there. There's nothing up there. Yeah, I think I'll probably get the outside done. Have the phone as well. Oh, distractions. Let's put that there. We can have outside done and the garden, and then I think that'll probably be it. That'll be just 2 episodes. I've just noticed actually the game has now decided that this whole thing is one big kitchen. So yeah, and I've down to, oh god, I've already spent 9. Did I not start this one with 200,000? Oh dear. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this one. Do let me know if you are liking this. It's pretty simple, but I've quite enjoyed it so far. And I do love a little bit of Dr Seuss. Who doesn't? Anyway, so catch you next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Toves, and yeah, take it easy.